If you vlog, or if you're planning to start a vlog, or if you know someone who vlogs, you need to watch this video. In this video, I'm going to reveal some things that every vlogger needs to think about in every vlog they make. Immediately you might think I'm going to tell you what kind of camera to use, or what kind of microphone to use, or how to use filters. But that's not what this video is about. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about something that I think is literally a matter of life, death, or liberty. To get to the point, I'm talking about vlogging safely in a world that is the internet. When you started your vlog, or if you're planning to start one, you probably think you're going to draw in people who you don't know to watch it. And that's you know what we all want as vloggers. So this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some considerations that you need to have when you start revealing things to complete, utter, total strangers. When you do that, you need to think a little bit about and be very intentional about the things, the personal information that you reveal. All right, let's get this project going. As you can see, it is a beautiful day here in Northwest Indiana. All right, I did that on purpose. I do it all the time. I just revealed more than the weather. I revealed that I'm in Northwest Indiana. And if you watch more of my videos than this, you'll know that I regularly talk about the fact that I'm from Lowell, Indiana. Now, I'm doing that, and I know that I'm doing that, but that doesn't mean I'm not careful about it. Lowell, Indiana is not that large of a place, and revealing that I'm from Lowell, Indiana narrows my location down to a relatively small area, as opposed to, say, if I were from, still in Memphis or from Toronto or something like that. The point is, if you're going to reveal things about yourself, you've got to be very careful what you reveal. Or you're going to end up in a container on your way to China as part of the human trafficking industry. Now, I don't consider myself like a prime candidate for human trafficking, but I am not blind to the fact that there could be people out there who might not be thinking completely correctly, and as a result, it might not be a good thing for me. If you're starting a vlog, or if you have a vlog, the first point I want to make is that you have to be extremely careful about what you're telling and what you're revealing. And with live broadcasts, which Instagram has it, YouTube has it, Facebook has it, the big social media platforms all have live broadcasting. If you're live broadcasting, you've got to be even more careful. I have two stories. One is, years and years ago, I played a game called RuneScape. We were in a clan, and there was adults and there were kids, and we were in the clan. We played, we went and did all the RuneScape stuff. And one of the young men in the clan gets on. We always use AOL Instant Messenger. One of the young men in the clan gets on. He's like, I don't know what to do. And he said the name of the guy. Said his character name. He says he's going to kill himself, and I think he is. Now, everything was pretty anonymous, and everybody was really careful about personal identity and things. But we thought maybe we had to try to do something to help him. So we got all of the clan members that we could find. We all got into a group chat on AOL Instant Messenger, and we found 4 facts. Someone knew that he played soccer. Someone knew the state that he was from. So we'll say he was in Pennsylvania. The big state, lots of cities, lots of people. Someone knew his school mascot. And someone Someone knew his first name was Justin. And I'm just making these facts up. So with those 4 facts, soccer, Trojans, Pennsylvania, Justin. Now this was years and years ago. This is when Google was still new. So I jumped on Google and I started trying to find schools in Pennsylvania that had Trojans for the mascot. I found a few. And then tried to find rosters and team photos until I could find one that had a Justin in it. And lo and behold, I only found one. So one of the other adults in the clan called the sheriff, and the sheriff went over and did an intervention. And because of that intervention, because we knew 4 facts about this guy, we were able to stop him from committing suicide. 4 facts. With those 4 facts, the sheriff ended up knocking on his door and talking to his parents and getting him into treatment. 4 facts, the sheriff's knocking on the door. If we had been criminals, those same 4 facts could have put us on his doorstep knocking on his door. If we had been criminals, those same 4 facts could have put us on his doorstep knocking on his door. If we had been criminals. Now the reason I started this vlog in the first place is in the last couple of days, really probably since Wednesday of last week, and today's Sunday, since Wednesday, 4 people have told me that they were interested in starting a vlog. And asked me if I thought it was worth it and all that kind of thing. And I encouraged them to do it. One of those people, I had this conversation with. I said, look, you need to be real careful. You need to think about some things. Now, she's really smart and she's really bright. She's got good family support and everything. And she said, Mr. Snodgrass, it's not like I'm going to get on live feed and say, oh my gosh, I have to walk home from school. Good thing there's a key under the doormat. My parents aren't going to be home for hours. And I thought that was pretty insightful. But it illustrates the fact that we've got to be careful what we put out. And people can piece things together. If you've watched my vlogs, if you watched them for a while, you're going to know that I talk about Lowell, Indiana a lot. And you've seen pictures from my neighborhood and you've seen pictures from where I work. Someone who wanted to, for some reason, track me down, if they could find their way to Northwest Indiana, it wouldn't be that difficult for them. I've put enough information out and enough stuff about myself. And is it a risk? It is a little bit of a risk. Is it any different than advertising my photography business on the internet? A little bit. But if I'm going to be doing business in the 21st century, I'm going to have an internet presence. And that internet presence is going to open me up to people knowing that I live in Northwest Indiana. It's hard to find customers if they don't know where you are. So I'm operating at a level that I think represents, this is doing business in the 21st century. This is what business on the internet looks like as a 21st century photographer. So that's point number 1. You have got to be dreadfully careful about the information, the personal information you put in your vlogs. You don't want to lead someone who may have the wrong idea, and you end up as you end up in a cargo crate going to China. And the second thing I want to say is you need to make sure that somebody else knows what you're doing and is paying attention to your vlog. This first of all, we want people to subscribe to our channels. We want people watching our content, right? Some of those people need to be people who know you and care about you enough to check you when you get to a place where you may have done something that you didn't mean to do. Now, if you're a teenager, I'm just going to say this, you're not going to like it. You need to get mom and dad to subscribe to your channel and watch your videos, because they're going to have a good sense of whether you're telling things that you need not be telling. And if you're an adult, you need to get someone who cares about you to follow your videos and make sure that you're not giving away information that you don't want to give away. you've got to be careful, number one. Number two, you need to get someone involved who appreciates you, who knows you, and who can kind of make sure you're not putting things out there that you didn't mean to put out there. And also let them know where you're going and those kinds of things too, just so that, you know, there's just an extra margin of safety. Number one, be very careful, very intentional about the personal information that you put on the video. Number two, get someone else to watch it and have them give you feedback. So those are your 2 points. Be careful what you put out there. Number two, get someone else involved, kind of looking over your shoulder. I know that doesn't sound like a cool thing to do, but it's a safe thing to do. Now, by now, a few people may be going, this guy is just overreacting. Maybe I am overreacting. I don't think I am. As I said a moment ago, if you're doing business in the 21st century, there is a certain necessity that you have a certain presence on the internet. But you need to be really careful, because not everyone has good intentions. Not everyone thinks clearly and soundly through all their decision-making processes. So you might want to dismiss what I'm saying as the thoughts of an old man who doesn't know what he's talking about. But I built my first website in 1996. I've been involved with the internet continuously since then. I've consulted with large corporations and small clients. I'm not just making this stuff up. The internet's an amazing place, but there are real possibilities that bad people will use the internet to do bad things. Now I'm coming up to the third point, the third thing that every vlogger should do and think about in every vlog they make. We're going to go to my classroom, and I'm going to finish this video up there. Well, we've reached the school. I'm going to go inside. The reason I'm going here is that the last thing I want to talk about is in relationship to public places. In public places where there are people. So, I come here, this is my classroom, and we've done quite a few videos in this classroom. And there have been a few videos where I was coming from the car to the building. But here's what you probably have never seen, and very intentionally. To get from that door to my car, how do you do that? We'll talk about that just for a second. If you're vlogging in a public place, a school, a hospital, a library, a park, or even in your office, you've got to think a little bit about other people, their privacy, and the effects of vlogging might have on safety. In a post-Columbine, post-9/11 world, there are any institution, any building, any place, there are safety considerations. And those crazy people I was talking about while I was driving here, they may be using your vlog as reconnaissance for their... I'll just stop there and let you fill in the blanks. You've got to think about the privacy of others. Now, I try to be very careful because I'm working not only with a public place, I'm also working with minors. whose parents, so you probably have noticed a lot of my videos, or if there ever are school events, I make it so you probably, unless you already know who it is, can't tell who it is. I do that on purpose. It's a reaction to the fact that there are crazy people out there, and I have to take precautions, and you have to take precautions. Don't let your vlogs become a floor plan / blueprint that someone can use to figure out how to get from one point to the other in the building. So that's it. That's the third thing. You've got to be extra careful about protecting the people around you as well as yourself. So 3 points. 1, be very careful about the personal information that you put out. Number 2, get someone else to watch your videos and do like a safety check on them. And number 3, be very, very conscious about what you show in public places or buildings or banks or things or whatever, that you may not want to be giving reconnaissance information to someone who may be ill and unstable and who would use it in a bad way. That's it. That's this vlog. It's kind of heavy. Like I said, I've been doing business on the internet for a long, long time. And there's a certain amount of necessity that things are out there. But what doesn't need to be out there is, ways that people can quickly find you. And if you're a young person, and you may be the kind of person who might be particularly desirable by people who are particularly disturbed, you need to be extra careful. You may not have snow on the mountain. You may not have an extra, spare tire. You may not have a face that looks like it's been through 56 years of life. So there are people out there who may not have the best intentions, who may be ill and unstable, and you need to think about that some of those people are watching your vlogs. If you live in a small town like Lowell, people are going to narrow it down and figure out where you are. I believe there's probably people who I haven't told where I live who know where I live, And the Tahoe is kind of recognizable. I had a guy tell me he saw me at McDonald's. I was like, well, that's a surprise. Who would have known? But but if you're going to do business on the internet, you got to take a certain amount of risks, and for every risk you take, you need to have all the precautions in place to make that a safe risk. I've talked too much. Listen, share this video with someone who's thinking about doing a vlog or who's vlogging. If you know someone who's doing a vlog, you need to keep these things in mind on their behalf. If you're doing a vlog or thinking about doing a vlog, you need to probably watch this video and write down, take some notes. There's those 3 points. See you in the next episode.